Dina.
Hi.
Jubrak.
Correct. Jubrak.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I never say your last name. You're Dina Earthborn to me. So Dina had attended the, what do you call them?
The Chamber of Commerce Municipal Election Debate.
The debates, the municipal election debates, as held at the Chamber of Commerce. So sort of from an economic perspective, I wasn't able to attend. So her and I just went through a bunch of responses from the mayoral candidates, and then we kind of looked at the city councilors. I'm going to do a separate episode on that, just kind of showing the ones that I'm interested in voting for. But yeah, we planned our episode, and there was one city councilor
candidate.
Yeah. That was the comedic relief of the event. So we've clipped out all of his best responses, and we're going to share them with you today. In the meantime, while we're going to record our next episode next week, so watch for that. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to share our screen with you. Is it a present? Oh, I can't do presentations. And we're going to share, I guess
we might need to do the whole thing, and then we'll just tap between them, like the whole. Yeah. And then we'll just tap between them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Did that even do anything? Oh, it is sharing our whole screen right now?
God willing.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yay. Sorry, I've never done this before. Okay.
Do you want to do like side by side? Is that going to work us?
Yeah.
Side by side.
I'm having, well, as we know, my mouse pad sucks, so. Cutscene. See, it was like drag. Oh my god. It's not the first time I have technical difficulties with my podcast. It's part of the charm of Girl Talk.
Yes, good, you're getting there.
Okay. It's fine. You think I should drag it all the way up? Okay. You're so supportive. Okay. You know, this is good. This is just mother. It like glitches out. Like double click. No, it's fine. No, she says. This is fine. Cool.
Hat was staring down the barrel of lockdowns, layoffs, and a city council so milquetoast they'd rather sell our power plant than raise taxes. Sorry, Ted. So we ate our vegetables, right? We elected our first female mayor and first female majority council, and they buckled down and did the hard work, but then came the drama. And apparently, if there's one thing Medicine Hat hates more than selling our future, it's the drama. And so now we have the biggest slate Medicine Hat's ever seen, and on that slate is a bunch of rich Karens who'd rather faff about and raid the city coffers rather than raise taxes. Hi, I'm Kaleb Orge. I'm a local stand-up comic, and I'll keep telling it like it is for the next 4 years.
Perfect.
That was joyous.
Let's leave that. Next one.
Just straight back to the next one, eh? All right.
Let's click on that bad boy.
Comco is, let me start over. The Medicine Hat advantage is that we are both a city and a power company. Comco is a dragon that can keep us cool in summer and bring us gold in winter. That's how it's always worked. We don't need an MCC to make these decisions for us. We need a council with the guts to be a board of directors of an energy company and a city council at the same time, and understand that there's a conflict between those two and resolve it and deal with it, stop pussyfooting around. I'm ambivalent and agnostic when it comes to the kind of energy. I don't care if the dragon has a nuclear heart or wings of solar, as long as it can fly on its own and put in that $500 million of capital investment to keep us warm and safe and rich.
Thank you. So we'll.
Amazing, Kaleb. I like the dragon metaphor.
Right?
I was like, you can tell this guy's played Dungeons and Dragons before.
Solid model on
Wait, is Kaleb on your list?
With it. The advantage of being monopoly is we can choose to charge what we want, and when we want to make a profit and when we don't, as opposed to an MCC or a for-profit company that will charge whatever it wants whenever it wants, and we will have to pay whatever it demands.
What one is this one? The 42-minute one?
Yeah. Because it's just like a 30-second follow-up, maybe? There. So we did hear most of it. Yeah, it was like a 30-second follow-up on the previous question, I think.
Yeah, and they're just talking about energy utilities, as you heard.
Yeah. So that was not as punchy. I think the last one was way punchier. So this is clip number 4 we're looking at.
Yeah, which is talking about business, like attraction, maintaining, and local business growth, I think.
A city grows by doing one of two things, either raising its taxes or increasing its population. Or if we're lucky, the property values can just keep increasing on their own through magical means caused by the federal government. But that all comes to an end at some point, and then the bills come back. So what we have to do is increase our population base. We have to attract new businesses, and we have to do it by every means necessary. As a comedian, I'm a big fan of stunts and publicity and going out there and challenging other communities to see if they can offer better than us. And the answer is probably not. We live in a great place. Medicine Hat is on the junction of the 3 and the 1. If anything passes north, south, east, or west of here, it can fall off the back of a truck, it'll fall off the back here. I mean, look how good we do when transients set up local businesses. 2 of them are running for council this year.
Throwdown. I like his stunting idea. That's pretty good, actually.
Well, just even 2 of them are running for a seat. This is good.
They can't, our audience can only see this, though. Hopefully they can hear us okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, we're talking about community health, poverty.
Monday mornings, I go down to the courthouse and I watch the arraignments. Weird hobby, I know, but a free show is a free show. And I can tell you from experience that crime and homelessness are completely different things. Last night I went down to Veterans Memorial Park because I realized I hadn't actually talked to anybody who lived down there. And this is a joke I've told for 4 years. It's never gotten a laugh, but there, but for the grace of meth, go I. And okay, got a laugh for once. And the thing is, we have a solution. We know it works. It's housing first. Do you know what some of the first complaints I got from the folks at the park was? That someone stole their ID and then they had to spend years proving that they were who they were. That process gets cut way shorter if they have an address. Medicine Hat has used housing first to be successful. I stopped by the mustard seed, or not the mustard seed, the root cellar this morning to get some accurate numbers. 4,000 people use the mustard seed every month. 11,000 different children have used it.
4,000.
Yeah, so this every month 4,000 people use the root cellar as like they can't eat otherwise. That sucks. Right. That's a lot of people in a 60,000 city, you know.
Yeah.
How many times can you tighten your belt before you break your back? Medicine Hat took 2 to the chest when we gave ourselves 2 years of 0% tax increases over COVID. I know inflation has been 20% total over the last 5 years. I feel it the same as everybody else. But part of the reason why Hirsch isn't running, if you saw his open letter, is because he's been doing 8 years of financially fit. When the banker says there's nothing left to cut, guys, there's nothing left to cut unless you want to start taking fingers. We need to start really thinking about, do we start cutting services we need to keep, or do we pay what it costs in order to have a city worth living in? And I know that that's not a pleasant thing to think about, but we can't keep fooling ourselves. The plan in the existing budget is to spend 15% of our reserves over the next 10 years. A 3-year hold would spend another 2%. That's the difference between 60 years and 40. The next one, who knows?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So some financial strategy. What would you summarize? Okay, well.
Yeah, go ahead. We got one more. That's his like exit statement, I think.
Yeah, here. Yeah, well, how would you summarize like what he was saying? Sometimes when I hear numbers like that, I'm like, what?
So I think in broader sense, he just said the plan currently, or because how it goes is admin comes up with a plan, right? They come up with a financial plan. Mm-hmm. And they say the way to make the city or our budgets square is we're going to dip into our reserves, or we're going to like use our income from the energy company or whatever the heck that looks like. And so currently we're going to dip into like 15% of our reserves, which would be quite a substantial amount. Mm-hmm. The numbers that Kaleb mentioned are public, and if we wanted to go deep into them, we could. But like what he's just saying, it's like it doesn't solve the problem. It just postpones our issue. Like, so in 3 years, you'll be dealing with the same shit. However, you're going to have even less reserves than you have right now. So you
Right.
You're not fixing nothing. That money is disappearing from a pot that you don't think is important, but then is it? Like, why do we have
Right.
it? Like, what? And it is a view, like, it is a rainy day fund. Is today a rainy day? You know, like,
Yeah. I mean, they do talk about this like housing crisis, affordable housing, da da da. So maybe it is time to do
Yeah.
some, and maybe there's a way to be like in the middle of it.
but
Whatever.
then
That's not
all
my
the conservatives run on fiscally fit, right? So,
Right.
like, fiscally responsible.
So they don't want to touch that
No.
fund.
And genuinely, we're going to get into the mayoral debate later, but
Yeah.
Chris Summer just strongly naming it, will mention it, but like he mentions this uncomfortable topic every single time he speaks.
Yeah, he brought up that same thing because we went through his responses basically, which we'd like to share and highlight with you in another next episode. But yeah, he pretty much said that too. Like, we didn't raise the taxes for 2 years, right?
And
And
we're
now-
eating shit right now, like straight up.
So they're both kind of saying like it's inevitable. There should be
There's a day you pay.
small incremental tax. We could argue about who's getting taxed. Maybe not the under 40,000 people.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
possible.
low income housing could have some benefits. Like, but realistically, I think in the earlier debates, Alison Van Dyke actually mentioned that, you know, the fair entry program, it already allows low income houses certain benefits through the city. So maybe, housing tax break should be included in the fair entry program, because that's
Right.
already running. It's not a huge admin change. It's just adding another item to the discounts.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, not reinventing the wheel, just using what we have. Just suggestion for people who are listening, you know.
Yeah, just some tax breaks for lower income people.
Yeah.
Instead of the upper class business people, because that's always a strategy too when you talk about the housing crisis.
Well, that's again, Chris Summers like very skillfully brings it up, and he mentions how taxes, like business taxes, are super high in our city. Like we pay like 2.5 whatever times what a like a housing, like a house, like what a family would pay, like a business would pay 2.5 times that.
Okay.
For municipal taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also not necessarily fair. Like, you're a small business, that's hefty on your world.
Oh God.
You know, like, so
I can't do anything. I don't want to make money. I don't want to get taxed more. So
let's do the last one.
We'll do the outro. We'll keep it quick and easy. Do let us know if you watched or enjoyed. If you have any questions or thoughts, do share them.
Yeah.
Love that.
Clip more clips and send them to us. Maybe they'll be better or funnier. Maybe we've missed
If
something.
you see funny things,
Kaleb?
DM me.
Hey, I'm Kaleb Orge, and I'm running for 8th place. Sorry, Brian. The fact of the matter is, my parents, Clayton and Irene, brought me here when I was 13 days old, and I've been here in Medicine Hat and Redcliffe for 40 of my 41 years. I plan to be here for 40 of my 41 more. And I want a city that's going to be here when I'm still here. I know I'm a stand-up. I know that while Dan could probably book me to be a city booster when he gets elected, I want to be on council because there is something that a stand-up can offer to this city. The structure of a joke works because a punchline is a third piece of information that makes the first two that went together seem strange. And there needs to be more people on council who can look at the information they're given and realize when it seems strange, when they're being fed a line. And we deserve a wide open set of representation and a wide open set of views on city council. I don't know what else to say. Kaleb Orge on Facebook, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all those other things you hear a million times that we're going to be hearing more and more in politics. Because the fact of the matter is, everybody here's vote matters. There are 8 votes each of you have for council and 39 people who all want them. I just want your 8th. Have a nice day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I'm into that. I got to come up with my list because I'm running out of spaces.
Yeah.
I think, are we still sharing? Are we not sharing?
Oh, I think you closed that other screen, so you shouldn't share anymore.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think that was good. Honestly, it was good punches. It's way more funny live because then it kind of contextualizes on what was there.
Yeah, because obviously we didn't hear, what other people are saying.
Yeah, but he was really straight to the point. I really enjoyed Kaleb because he did as he pointed out, he's a stand-up comic, and so he made good jokes with strong punches.
Yeah. And I want, he said you have diverse perspectives, right? So I'm like, I see a lot of like the same, you said there's that many people running. So I'm trying to personally come up with a diverse
We have an
portfolio
Indigenous
of people.
representation running. We have, diverse immigrant perspective running. We have a few women perspective running. Some of them represent a little bit of the all boys club, in different ways. I'm not gonna mention the names right now, but if you heard the intro of "You All Know Me" and it just sounds exactly like Drew Barnes, they've probably been coaching together. So
I know that's actually kind of it's a red flag to me when I see a picture. I saw like it was like Kristen Speck, Ted Cluxton, Yusuf, and I probably two other guys. I think Hellman was there too. So when I see pictures of them all together, I'm like, that looks like a little team, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but actually,
depending on what the event
take pictures often just to like whatever, because it's like how you maintain
cross promotion or something.
Well, you're campaigning, right? So campaigning is campaigning, but I mean, just people who introduce themselves, you all know me this way. Like Bill Cox had the same entry as Cheryl Pfaff and as Drew Barnes, and as there's like a handful of people who sounded like they've had the same coach,
right?
And I'm like, oh, but you're also all on Barnes's slate. All weird.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just
Does it work the same on the other's opposite side of the thing, right? Like Lindsay's, does she have slated people?
I don't think she publicly, not everybody publicly mentioned it, but Drew did. And that is the thing.
What's with conservatives, man? Always shooting for they just want to run the world, don't they?
Well, whatever. But also, everybody's got their own thing. Like, I think the first debate, on the 24th, I told you when we were watching the video, the first three guys looked like the same old white dude, just aging.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like, okay, fine. Maybe
was it just Stephen Campbell, then it was Dumanowski, and then it was Fedork?
I think so. But it kind of looked like it's the same.
It literally was. It was like a 40, 50, then like 60, and then 80.
Yeah. A babushka of old white men. Anyway.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's good. Thanks for joining us today. We'll come be back with some.
Mostly just care about local politics. It does impact you. And go vote if you can. Do it.
Yeah. Did you see that thing that says you don't have to vote for 8? You can just vote for
as many as you want, honestly.
As many as you want.
Yeah, it's October 20th. It's an important date. Put it on your calendar.
October 20th.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dina, for coming and working with me on the political stuff.
Anytime.
Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye.